Hello, my name is Peter Blatt. Last night we had a very informative Dine and Discover. Terry Kamen spoke about health insurance and navigating the health insurance environment. She has approximately 31 years of experience navigating and helping individuals understand both health insurance and also the health insurance exchange. Please enjoy this video. Thank you.
Okay, she's on. Go.
Yes?
Yes, go.
Yeah,
My
go.
turn to go. Good.
Yes.
Good. I'm sorry, I feel like I am somewhat at a disadvantage not being there, because I'm quite animated and fun to watch. But in the meantime, you'll just have to hear me speak. Peter had asked me to hit some bullet points regarding paying and navigating healthcare now and in retirement. And so each of the bullet screens will make a point or two. If you have any questions, you may want to hold it until the end, but I welcome questions and I welcome anybody to contact me afterwards. And I'm also sorry because I had wonderful pens and stuff to send out to you, and maybe we'll have another opportunity for that. In the meantime, the first question that Peter asked me to address is the current status of healthcare exchange. We all do know what the healthcare exchange is, correct?
Yes.
Yeah? Guess what? It still exists. And everybody has been saying this. It was the law on the PPACA law was before 2014, but hit the market in 2014, and it's still here. So the question is, if you're not going to be in the marketplace for several reasons, and I will discuss all of that as well, the question is, are there choices out of healthcare.gov, and that is the marketplace? The answer is absolutely. You have short-term policies that are underwritten and what are called guaranteed issue. A short-term policy used to be, since 2014, not much more than 3 months at a time or 30 days at a time. But they're bringing it back, and you can have one year.
Terry, I don't mean
Yeah.
to jump. Can you make that middle small screen a little bit bigger on your screen so it goes full screen?
This?
Yes, that. Can you make it a little bit bigger so people can see it?
I have no idea. Let me see.
On the top right, there's a square. On the right, next to your X. So if you look a little bit up, go up on the top right of your screen, where it says remote, right there. Above that, not the X, but the middle part. No. Not the
She
X.
did it.
Actually, no, there isn't. Screen pointer options.
Okay, so don't do that.
No, there really isn't.
Well, there was.
Does everybody want to join around in a circle?
No,
I might be able to. There we go. I got it for you, Terry. I got it. Perfect.
Oh, so that was your problem.
It's our
Good,
problem.
I like the laughter, that works for me. So, we have short-term policies, and they're, for no other better reason that they're called short-term, is they started with only offering short-term, and that's for a select group of people. They're going from one job to another, they finished up school, they're waiting for this or that. But now the short-term policies, and they are underwritten as well as guaranteed issue, are anywhere from 30 days to a year to 2 years to 3 years. One of the reasons that people will want to do that is because they're in perfect health and they don't want to pay the astronomical premiums in the marketplace. The biggest difference is when you're looking at short-term policies, it will go through underwriting. It doesn't have what's known as the 10 mandates that are required of all guaranteed issue products in the marketplace. Then you have supplemental policies that are also underwritten and guaranteed issue. Those can go along with either your marketplace policies or the other short-term policies as well, because again, it helps pay the deductibles and it's an option. Questions also typically considered supplemental policies. So again, it's not Aflac, but it's like an Aflac policy, and it's paid directly to you personally. So, depending on the person's medical history will determine whether you will be a good candidate for a non-healthcare.gov product. Questions yet?
No.
So,
Question?
okay, so let's do it this way. Terry, I'll be your MC because it's good.
Okay.
Here's how we do it. Anybody have a question? She can't see it. Just quickly wave your hand, and I'll stop her. Is that a deal? Was that a good way of doing this? All right, does anybody have any questions so far? Because so far there's been total gobbledygook. So let's take a moment back. We talked about underwriting and GI plans.
GI is guaranteed issue. There are people that, and again, it's based on how long you've been insured or not insured, whether you're in special enrollment or not, and I'm going to get into all of that as we move a little bit further. But a guaranteed issue product can be issued even though you have a condition. They won't cover the condition, but they will cover you for something else. But what happens is if you're going into retirement and you're not 65 yet, what you have to figure out is, do you take a COBRA policy, and we're going to address that? Do you take an individual policy that'll save you literally thousands of dollars on the premium? So, just to answer the question, are there choices outside of healthcare.gov? The answer is yes. Is it going to be the right product for any of you? Again, that depends on your medical history. Now, the next question is, how does the APTC work? And the first question would be, well, what does it stand for? The APTC stands for Advanced Premium Tax Credit, and that came through, again, the PPACA law, which is Personal Protection and Affordable Care Act. This is a product that can only be had through the marketplace. So it's easier sometimes for people to understand what a subsidy is. And the subsidy is, depending on your income, you may be eligible to have the government pay premiums to your insurance carrier of choice, leaving you with a little or a lot less to pay. Are all people in the marketplace eligible for the subsidy? The answer is absolutely, positively not. But I will go through who is eligible and how you become eligible and if you are. Everybody is eligible depending on the circumstances to get a policy in the marketplace, which is the perfect place to get a policy if you can't be underwritten or you have medical conditions, but based on your income, you may not be eligible to receive that subsidy. Clear?
Yes.
Can anyone apply for coverage under healthcare.gov? And the answer is a little bit complicated. If you are losing or retiring and you're losing coverage through an employer, the answer is yes, you may apply for any one of those policies. Let me give you an example of the APTC in the marketplace. It depends on the size of your household. If you have grown children and you claim them on your tax return under whatever the age is, and your CPA will be able to tell you what that is. It will depend on, this is not Florida Power and Light, it's the federal poverty level. And 5 or 6 years ago, I said, how insulting, it really shouldn't be Florida federal poverty level, it should be the federal income level. What is the level of your income as set by the HHS? And I will go into what the 100 to 400% level is, which is right here. This is based on 2019, and we used it for people that we did for 2020, beginning January 1. The household size goes from 1 person to 8 people. The minimum level of income for a single person, for example, is literally $12,490. If you're a family of 2, we can say, okay, the minimum level is $16,910, and the maximum level is $67,000. If you make more than $67,000, and I have a feeling Peter does a really good job of getting you all making a lot of money, then you're not going to be eligible for the premium tax credit. But the other thing is, which really, really is unfortunate, let me go back, is that people who don't make the minimum based on the number of household members don't get a premium tax credit at all, because the state of Florida did not expand Medicaid. If you lived in New York and a lot of other states, if you made nothing, you could still get insurance and have it be paid by the state. Or by the federal government, rather.
Okay. Terry, let me jump in here for a second. So this would be, so let's say you're 60 years old, and you're husband and wife, you lost your job, and you're looking at the exchange, and you don't have any income for this year.
Okay?
You're saying that if you're in Florida, if you're 2 people, because you're below the 16,000 of income,
Right?
you know,
There's a couple of things. This is Peter talking, right?
that is correct.
Okay. Peter, there are a couple of things, and there are 12 months in a year. And if somebody comes to me and says, I lost my job, and I had it happen literally today, I lost my job, and I need coverage for April 1, they've given me a severance for January, February, and March. Well, then January, February, March, and they're 2 in the family, she's already earned 50 grand. So even if she doesn't work anymore, she's looking at being unemployed, going into the marketplace, and having a 300% premium tax credit based on a 300% APTC. So what I would do first is say, are you getting locked into another job? Are you going out on your own like so many people do and become self-employed? The other good thing is that when you're self-employed, when you decide to retire, but then you don't know what to do with yourself, you get self-employed. Well, when you're self-employed, you can deduct all business expenses. When you are W-2'd, you cannot. So you can keep your income once you've left and become perhaps artificially lower, which would put you into a better category of being in the 150 to 250 FPL. Does that answer your question?
So the range between those 2 determines how much of a subsidy you receive?
That's correct.
By the way, I know this answer. So my next question is, what is that number, those numbers? Those earned income? Is it like from just dividends? Do you have a sense of what it is?
Whatever you and the CPA says you have to claim as adjusted gross income, what are you going to pay taxes on? That's the amount specifically. And it's interesting.
So for example, let's say you're 60, you have no other income. Maybe you force a small distribution from your IRA in Florida so you can get over the $16,000.
That'll work.
That'd be part of the AGI. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Keep going. Yeah.
The other thing too, just as an FYI, alimony and child support is no longer considered income. So there are people that say, well, thank God I I've got alimony, not child support, because my spouse is paying it, and now I'm well within the boundaries. Well, that could be good or bad. You know, it could put you way over. The bottom line is, it isn't that way since 2019 and now in 2020. So I'm not the accountant and I'm not the financial advisor, but I will tell you that when you come to me or to whoever you go, what you need to do is be prepared to speak to your CPA and say, I need to know, based on, let's say, last year or what we expect to be for this current year, what is my adjusted gross income? It used to be line 37, I think it's like line 10 or line 7 now. But it's very clear what they accept as adjusted gross income, and that's exactly what these numbers are. Questions?
Anybody have any questions on that? Because I don't know all the answers on this. I know that some of the things I've heard in the past is, you know, one thing that we do a lot of, we've been doing more of, especially when market's down, which is good, in this perspective, something called a Roth conversion, which means you convert money inside of an IRA to a Roth. And and that causes income, it's as if you converted, so that's part of your adjusted gross income, that conversion. So one of the games you got to be careful if you're dependent upon that subsidy is we don't want to bounce somebody out of it. So,
That's right. That's exactly right.
So we.
And Peter, I have people during tax season, and again, it's been happening a lot lately, saying, what did you tell me I needed to make at least so that I can retain my subsidy? And it's very helpful because when you are self-employed and you have a legal, creative CPA, they can put it right on. And if people actually are self-employed and they take too many deductions, they can go back and say to the accountant, we need to fix this because we took too many deductions and it's going to cost me more money.
So before we bore everybody else with tax talk, let me ask this question. Are you going to cover later in your slides what the subsidy amounts are?
I can go through and give you an example
Is that okay?
of what it would be. Absolutely.
Because otherwise it doesn't. Why don't you go through it just so people understand?
Do you want me to get out of this for a minute and show you what it would be?
Sure.
Cool. Okay, so we're going to go in to, you can all see this, right?
Yes.
Healthcare.gov.
Oh, this side.
And we're going to say, okay, plans and prices. Search. I need an example of somebody and in what zip code.
Well, let's do the zip code 33418.
Okay?
And let's do, okay.
Do a what?
I don't know, just ask the questions, let's figure it out.
I don't know the composition and demographics of the people in the room. Are most of the people in the room empty nesters?
Sure. Yes. Most
Okay,
most
so
people.
we're talking about empty nesters. We're probably not talking about more than 2 people at a time.
Okay, yes, 2 people at a time.
Fair enough?
Yes.
Okay, so let's say it's going to be you and somebody else. Are you married? Let's just say yes. And are you claiming any dependents? We're going to say no. So let's want to say a 60-year-old male and a 60-year-old female?
Sure.
Okay, just to give you an idea. Now what's going to happen is, the next question is going to be, what do you think your income is going to be? And if we're talking about 2 people, and I'll take you back to that screen, you have to make somewhere between $16,900 and $67,000. Well, let's just say you're at $50,000. Fair enough?
Okay.
Yes.
Is that good?
Yep.
Sure, let me see what I can figure.
You're going to end up with a $1,469 a month premium tax credit. And that sounds like a whole lot of money. But when you look at the cost of the policies themselves, it's unbelievable. We can filter it and say gold and silver for giggles. Most people would like to have a Blue Cross and Blue Shield policy because it's the only one that has full-on PPO. So we can look at that the premiums, instead of being $2,000 a month, it goes down to $619. Do you follow?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's just for one policy. We can do filter plans and get rid of the Blue Cross and just say any of the plans, and then you can pay nothing. We still have gold or silver. Now you can have a Bright Health. There's Bright Health. There's Molina. There is, let me show you all of the plans, and there are several that were added this year. And better, HMO, very big, with Molina in the Medicaid market. Bright Health, brand new. Cigna, they're a phenomenal company, but they're giving you what's called the Cigna Connect, not the Cigna PPO that you might know of in the group market. Then you have your Florida Blue, which is Blue Cross Blue Shield. There's Blue Options, that gives you everybody in network. You do the Blue Select, and nobody's in the network, and none of the hospitals, or most of the hospitals, not in network. Then you have the Blue Cross Blue Shield HMO, and then you have Oscar. So the whole concept is, and I do this slowly with everybody one at a time. If you have no medical problems, but you're making more than $55,000 or $60,000, so we can say, okay, let's continue this, and we want to say claiming no dependents, and let me just show you if we would have changed it, and now say, oops, confirm, and now you're making, what did I say, 69. You're making 67,000, which is pennies below max. You're still getting a $1,300 premium tax credit. But then what we can do is we can say, well, how about if we do an individual policy because you're healthy, you have no issues, and you just want to make sure 33418, and let's just say you've got a male and you've got a female spouse. Go ahead and give me, what year is 60 years old? 1950? 1960?
1960s.
60 or 50?
60.
Did I do that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so just for giggles, oopsie, we can say, okay, I need a policy, let's make a single payment, let's make it effective now, and let's make it effective to the end of the year, or at the beginning of the year. Instead of paying whatever you're talking about, you can now have, and that was a high deductible. You can do an Aetna or Cigna network, and now you're talking about $6,000 for the remainder of the year.
Okay.
Under the other, if we went back to Blue Cross, apply filters, not the Blue Select. Again, I'm scrolling down quickly just to show you. Here, now you're talking about, what, $8,100, $8,200 deductible, covers nothing until you get to the deductible, and instead of paying $224, you're paying $923, but you have no coverage. So are there options? Sure. And it all depends on your medical history and what you expect from the premiums that going to pay.
Okay.
And here we are with, here's your example. So I did two 60-year-olds making $67,000. They're looking at a $1,300 premium tax credit. Question so far now?
No, we got it.
Okay. So, again, we go into, is COBRA the right choice? Well, there are a lot of factors. One is the cost of COBRA. COBRA premiums are typically as high as you can get because it's coming from group coverage, and all insurance companies that are writing policies for a group, for an employer, knows that they have to take you regardless, no questions asked. So, what we want to do with COBRA, right, is we do a comparison between the COBRA and the marketplace coverage options available. The other thing is your COBRA a policy that's going to give you all of the doctors? Is it the policy that you like a lot? Are you flexible with the doctors that you want to use with the network of providers in the marketplace? And if you're over or under that 100 to 400% of the federal poverty level and you're in perfect health, then you take one of the other policies, better known as not a marketplace policy. So we discuss with each individual, what are you looking for? What can you afford to pay? What is your income going to be? And medical history. The time frame of switching policies is another question that I was asked to answer is, if someone is losing coverage through an employer, and if an individual is not in open enrollment, which is November 1 through December 15, and they require a marketplace or ACA policy because of a pre-existing condition, they've got 60 days. The law requires that anybody can switch into a marketplace policy within 60 days. If you are perfectly healthy, you can switch into any of the long-term, short-term insurance products any day of the week for as long as you can do it. As of right now, up to 3 years. Questions?
Questions?
Oh, anybody have any questions on that? All right, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going on the questions. So what I understand is, hey, I'm working, I love my job, and then the company closes, I lose my job, something happens. I want to become a consultant, and I'm 60 years old. I don't know how much money I'm going to make this year. I just started, and it's January 1st, and I didn't get any severance.
There's a couple of different things. Number one is, do you have any medical problems?
I have high blood pressure, which means I have high blood pressure, and I'm on a medication for it. That's it. Which I'm not.
Then you could be a better candidate for just finding something that you feel would be affordable in that individual non-marketplace product family. Because you have 90 days specifically. If you enroll, and the question as we went through it in the marketplace is, what do you expect your income to be, for example, in 2020? If you say, I'm a single person and I think it's going to be $17,000, and now you're going to pay virtually nothing, they're going to want you to show proof in the next 90 days why and how you expect that your income is going to be $17,000. If you can't, your subsidy will go away. You can keep the product, but your subsidy will go away, and now you're going to pay a hell of a lot more
So
for that product than if you went individually.
So let's go into this. Let's say, you know what, I do the subsidy one because, hey, I don't think my income's gonna be that high. And next thing you know, a couple months later, my income spikes up,
Yep.
but I'm not covered.
No. Oh, but you're not
No,
covered?
I'm still covered, but and my income goes above that threshold,
Yep.
way too much. Do they check it throughout, after the year, or is it just the first, when you sign up for it? Or they check it after?
They check it in the first 90 days, and that's a really good question, because you can play a little bit,
Oh.
technically. What you can say is, I think I'm gonna make, $17,000, or you call yourself a consultant, and, you can get your accountant to say, I'm going to verify that under his new consultation position, he's going to make $17,000. If they accept that, they're not going to ask any more questions.
For the year.
However, if it turns out that you made $70,000 and you just you saved yourself, or Uncle Sam paid out $25,000 for your insurance, guess what your tax bill is going to look like when you file your taxes?
So they'll catch it on the other side when you're filing the tax.
They absolutely will.
Just want to make sure
And-
everybody knows that.
Say it again?
Yeah, I just want to make sure people say, don't play that game unless you like the IRS.
Oh, no, you don't want to play that game.
Okay.
But there are people also, and again, I've been doing this for 31 years, but what ends up happening is someone will say, you know what, I don't want to pay money back to Uncle Sam. So I'd rather say that I'm going to make more money than less money, and if I do make less money, I'll get it back in the form of taxes when it comes time to pay my taxes.
That's not bad. So let's say you're halfway through the year, you did a subsidy, and you're in the exchange, and you realize that it sucks. You can't find a doctor on it, you don't like whatever it is. When
If
can
you're
you-
in the marketplace,
Yes.
because you have a problem, you're stuck. And that's why you need somebody to help you with what doctors you want, because we go through that. We go into the marketplace and we say, okay, these are the doctors that you want to have. So we're only going to show you products, carriers, that have the doctors in their network.
Okay.
That's number one.
So-
Number two,
Go on.
after you, that
So we're doing this, and let's say all of a sudden, the doctors that we have on it, we leave that plan. Okay, you have to wait till the end of the year to do a different one, or?
Again, a little bit complicated, which is if you have medical problems, you don't have much of a choice. If you don't have medical problems and it turns out you want to go to a different product off the exchange, there are a ton of short-term products.
I'll help you figure out whatever you can figure out, we'll work with you, if you have a CPA, we'll figure it out. I don't have all the answers in healthcare, but I'm very happy that Terry actually likes doing this and likes looking at all this stuff, because
Loves doing this.
I'll tell
It
you,
makes my day.
so you all enjoy, if you have any questions. And by the way, I've been impressed with her responsiveness, and I would say she's very approachable in person, but it's more on the phone anyway. And where do you live, Terry? Where's your office?
I'm in Wellington.
Perfect. Does everything on the phone. Perfect. Or you go to Wellington. Either one. Okay, that
Right
being said, I would say don't visit anybody for the next 15 days or so.
Right.
But after that, knock yourself out, but you can call her up. Okay, so Terry.
And when all of this is over, I welcome people to come to me because I have access to everything on my computer. And my husband, who is not well, told me that I'd have to sleep upstairs if I came and visited all you people today. So I feel like I've missed out on seeing you people. You've missed out on my new pens and my new business cards. And I hope that this was somewhat enlightening. You know, there are real fast, there are four levels of competence. There's the unconscious incompetent. Then there's a conscious incompetent. Then there is a conscious competent and an unconscious competent. So what happens is, and you don't know what you don't know, you've got this little kid and you give him, you put his little sneakers on and you tie his shoelaces. He doesn't know what you're doing, he doesn't know what it's all about, and he's an unconscious incompetent about tying his shoelaces. Then you help him practice, and he becomes now conscious incompetent, and you still have to work harder at it. Then he actually gets pretty good at it. So he is now a conscious competent. And after he gets a little bit older and he continues doing it, he becomes an unconscious competent. And after 31 years, I feel like I am an unconscious competent when it comes to the world of health insurance. By the way, once you get into Medicare age, we move you to my husband, and he does all of the Medicare supplements and anything else that does not conflict with Peter Blatt's office.
Okay, I'm gonna say goodbye because my phone has about 20% left. If you have a CPA, we'll figure it out. I don't have all the answers in healthcare, but I'm very happy that Terry actually likes doing this and likes looking at all this stuff because
Loves doing this.
because I'll tell you
It makes my day.
so you all enjoy. If you have any questions, and by the way, I've been impressed with her responsiveness, and I would say she's very approachable in person, but it's more on the phone anyway. And where do you live? Terry? Where's your office?
I'm in Wellington.
Perfect. Does everything on the phone. Perfect. Or you go to Wellington. Good one. Okay, that
Right
being
here?
said, I would say don't visit anybody for the next 15 days or so.
Right?
But after that, knock yourself out, but you can call her up. Okay, so Terry.
And when all of this is over, I welcome people to come to me because I have access to everything on my computer. And my husband, who is not well, told me that I'd have to sleep upstairs if I came and visited all you people today. So I feel like I've missed out on seeing you people. You've missed out on my new pens and my new business cards. And I hope that this was somewhat enlightening. There are four levels of competence. There's the unconscious incompetent. Then there's a conscious incompetent. Then there is a conscious competent and an unconscious competent. So what happens is, and you don't know what you don't know, you've got this little kid and you give him, you put his little sneakers on and you tie his shoelaces. He doesn't know what you're doing, he doesn't know what it's all about, and he's an unconscious incompetent about tying his shoelaces. Then you help him practice, and he becomes now conscious incompetent, and you still have to work harder at it. Then he actually gets pretty good at it. So he is now a conscious competent. And after he gets a little bit older and he continues doing it, he becomes an unconscious competent. And after 31 years, I feel like I am an unconscious competent when it comes to the world of health insurance. By the way, once you get into Medicare age, we move you to my husband, and he does all of the Medicare supplements and anything else that does not conflict with Peter Blatt's office.
Okay, I'm gonna say goodbye because my phone has about 20% left. No testimonials that are
Too bad.
we don't do testimonials. What we found is that in the long term, it's just bouncing ideas off. If you guys have questions about how much income you have, I'll help you figure out whatever you can figure out. We'll work with you. If you have a CPA, we'll figure it out. I don't have all the answers in healthcare, but I'm very happy that Terry actually likes doing this and likes looking at all this stuff because
Loves doing this.
because I'll tell
It
you.
makes my day.
So you all enjoy, if you have any questions. And by the way, I've been impressed with her responsiveness and, I would say she's very approachable in person, but it's more on the phone anyway. And where do you live? Where's your office?
I'm in Wellington.
Perfect. Does everything on the phone. Perfect. Or you go to Wellington, either one. Okay, that
Right
being
here?
said, I would say, don't visit anybody for the next 15 days or so.
Right?
But after that, knock yourself out, but you can call it off. Okay, so Terry.
And when all of this is over, I welcome people to come to me because I have access to everything on my computer. And my husband, who is not well, told me that I'd have to sleep upstairs if I came and visited all you people today. So I feel like I've missed out on seeing you people. You've missed out on my new pens and my new business cards. And I hope that this was somewhat enlightening. There are there are four levels of competence. There's the unconscious incompetent. Then there's a conscious incompetent. Then there is a conscious competent and an unconscious competent. So what happens is, and you don't know what you don't know, you've got this little kid and you give him, you put his little sneakers on and you tie his shoelaces. He doesn't know what you're doing. He doesn't know what it's all about. And he's an unconscious incompetent about tying his shoelaces. Then you help him practice, and he becomes now conscious incompetent, and he still has to work harder at it. Then he actually gets pretty good at it. So he is now a conscious competent. And after he gets a little bit older and he continues doing it, he becomes an unconscious competent. And after 31 years, I feel like I am an unconscious competent when it comes to the world of health insurance. By the way, once you get into Medicare age, we move you to my husband, and he does all of the Medicare supplements and anything else that does not conflict with Peter Blatt's office.
Okay, I'm gonna say goodbye because my phone has about 20% left. What we found is that in the long term, it's just bouncing ideas off. If you guys have questions about how much income you have, I'll help you figure out whatever you can figure out. We'll work with you. If you have a CPA, we'll figure it out. I don't have all the answers in healthcare, but I'm very happy that Terry actually likes doing this and likes looking at all this stuff because
Loves doing this.
because I'll tell
It
you.
makes my day.
So you all enjoy, if you have any questions. And by the way, I've been impressed with her responsiveness and, I would say she's very approachable in person, but it's more on the phone anyway. And where do you live? Terry, where's your office?
I'm in Wellington.
Perfect. Does everything on the phone. Perfect. Or you go to Wellington, either one. Okay, that
Right
being
here?
said, I would say, don't visit anybody for the next 15 days or so.
Right?
But after that, knock yourself out, but you can call it off. Okay, so Terry.
And when all of this is over, I welcome people to come to me because I have access to everything on my computer. And my husband, who is not well, told me that I'd have to sleep upstairs if I came and visited all you people today. So I feel like I've missed out on seeing you people. You've missed out on my new pens and my new business cards. And I hope that this was somewhat enlightening. There are four levels of competence. There's the unconscious incompetent. Then there's a conscious incompetent. Then there is a conscious competent and an unconscious competent. So what happens is, and you don't know what you don't know, you've got this little kid and you give him, you put his little sneakers on and you tie his shoelaces. He doesn't know what you're doing. He doesn't know what it's all about. And he's an unconscious incompetent about tying his shoelaces. Then you you help him practice, and he becomes now conscious incompetent, and he still has to work harder at it. Then he actually gets pretty good at it. So he is now a conscious competent. And after he gets a little bit older and he continues doing it, he becomes an unconscious competent. And after 31 years, I feel like I am an unconscious competent when it comes to the world of health insurance. By the way, once you get into Medicare age, we move you to my husband, and he does all of the Medicare supplements and anything else that does not conflict with Peter Blatt's office.
Okay, I'm gonna say goodbye because my phone has about 20% left. Because I charged my phone today and I think I need a new Apple phone soon. So I probably should help support the economy.
Yeah, close.
Well, I can buy it online.
Well, that's true.
Or you get the battery change for
It's just,
25, 30 bucks.
that's why I'm gonna do the battery change. So she answered a lot of questions. I had a bunch of other questions that I was gonna ask her, but I will save you all from the rigmarole of health insurance questions right now. One of the key things you remember is if you have a health savings account, you can put money into the health savings account up to age 65, up to the time you do Medicare. Once you elect Medicare, you are no longer able to put money into a health savings account. But if you're not taking Medicare and your company allows a health savings account, don't turn on Medicare. Don't register for Part A, and you can still put money into a health savings account. That was one of the things that we talked about. And you're going, what the heck is he talking about? Why would you even care? Health savings accounts money goes in tax-free. And if it can come out tax-free as long as it's for medical expenses, which includes Medicare premiums.
Okay, I was gonna
So
ask.
you pay yourself your Medicare. So at age 60, let's say you're on Medicare at 65. Yes, you're on Medicare at 65. You have $10,000 in your health savings account. Money went in tax deductible. You did whatever you did with it. And at age 65, you start taking out because you know when you start taking Social Security, they take Medicare out of it, the premium is a piece. You can actually you can pay yourself back for that premium using your health savings account. So a lot of people are maxing out the health savings account, and if you don't do that, you can turn the health savings account into an IRA.
Okay, yeah, I was wondering what happened to it afterwards.
You can turn it to, but I would say don't turn it to an IRA. Leave it as a health savings account and pay yourself back from it every year for Medicare.
Pre-tax dollars, if you turn it to an IRA, then
It becomes taxable.
taxable.
So nobody would do, I mean, unless you have a lot in there or you're never gonna, most people will use it to pay for the premiums for the. The other rule that changed a lot, we talked about this a little bit last time, was under the Secure Act, where now 72 is the year you start taking required minimum distributions. So it pushed it off for a couple of years. But the big change on it is if you are working or you're earning income up to age 120, you can put money to an IRA.
Wow.
It used to be 70 and a half. The number one thing we used to do is people would turn 70 and a half and we'd have to kick back their checks if they put money to an IRA. You don't have to do that anymore. So you can actually put it in for your spouse too, who's a non-working spouse, even if they're over age 70 and a half. So we'll have one spouse working, not capped over making too much, and they'll put money in for a spouse to an IRA, even though the other spouse is over 70 and a half. So I could talk all day about taxes. It's been a fun day. I've been busy. I had like normal progress reviews, plus I walked in this morning and a client was handing me a check because he wanted to invest more into the market. Same as yesterday. It's great. World's scary, isn't it? Everybody calm. Good to change the topics away from the weird other stuff going on. It's good to get out, learn something. I applaud everybody for being here. And we will continue holding these, either visually or in person. And this too will pass. Good? Thanks, guys.